Oh, hello. I've not done one of these videos for a while, but I've probably spoken about this before, but it's in relation to getting early to places, or rushing to do things at the last minute. And the being early or on time is very much an autistic thing, and being late or not having any awareness of time seems to be more of an ADHD thing. And a lot of, if we are ADHD, it may seem that one is predominant. For me, it's definitely the being on time, being early, doing things early. Like when I was at uni or probably doing A levels even. But if an assignment had to be in on a certain date on time, which was, I can only remember as far back as university, hard to remember before that, but you know, I've always been similar. I would like to get them done as soon as possible, so that I would I hated deadlines hanging over me. As I say, being early for things as well. I mean, I used to joke, I've said this before, but when I used to get the train, for instance, I'd be so early that I'd be in time for the earlier train, not the one that I'd gone for. But yeah, that strikes me as an autistic thing. I mean, the autistic thing can also be being exactly on time. So if somebody says arrive at 8 o'clock, you would arrive at 8 o'clock on the dot. But I think the anxiety, which it is common to both, but whereas the autistic would stick rigidly to the routine, that was predominant in me. Whereas I can see with that would be the routine or the appointment, but I can see with ADHD, yes, anxiety is also very strong, but I've spoken to people who are kind of predominantly ADHD who feel, you know, anxious to even get going, and are so paralyzed by, you know, what to do. And so, yeah, you can see that. And you know, the fear of getting into a blind panic. I mean, for me, the fear of getting into a blind panic and not doing anything, that would spur me to do things early, get going, so that if I did, I wouldn't run out of time, basically. But I do understand that some people, you know, that you can get that, and you can't help it if you're late, and it's out of your hands with time blindness, which many people with ADHD struggle with. My mind sort of spins out of control when something is looming over me, and the less time I have, the more that this happens. I mean, it depends who or what I'm late for, or if the person is quite a laid back person that I'm, say, meeting, doesn't mind if I'm late, then I'm more laid back. But you know, if we've booked somewhere to go, say it was an appointment, or I don't know, a table to eat somewhere, I need to be early. I need to settle myself down. I need to get a chair I'm comfortable with, a position that I'm comfortable with. I need to calm down. And at the moment, this is to do with particularly hyperhidrosis, which I suffer with, which is excess sweating. So I need time to calm, to change. And if I'm late, that makes me more anxious, which gets me into a vicious circle of you know, more sweating, more changing, more, you know, anxiety, and so on. I mean, for me, all this time management is related to anxiety, and when I'm anxious, my mind races, and in a sense, then I vastly overestimate the time and think it's passing much quicker than it is. So that's why I get to places early, because my mind's raced. I think, God, so much time has passed, and it hasn't actually. It just feels like that. So time can be kind of elastic in that situation. I don't know if this is making sense. Anyway, I just thought I would talk about that today. Okay, thanks. Bye.